Hi everybody, I'm so glad you tuned in today. I'm going to show you how to make this delicious homemade pumpkin loaf. It is so good. Everybody in the family will love it. It's so good and it smells so delicious. I couldn't help myself and I took a little bite of the cupcake, which I didn't think we'd need. And Scott said, no, we need that as a prop. Put it back up there. So it's sitting in the back now so nobody can see. Fall is the time of harvest. I want to take this moment just to say thank you to all the growers out there. I'm also a teeny little grower in my garden and it's so much fun and we just thank you and appreciate everything you do. Let's go. I'm Becky. I used to live in the consumer rat race just like you. But one day I had enough, so I sold it all, moved to the country and built my own log cabin with my own two hands. Now, I spend my time discovering new ways to live a simple, healthy lifestyle with more free time and way less stress. Then, sharing what I've learned with you. Welcome to Becky's Homestead. All right, the first thing you do always is you put the butter in the pan because you have to mix up the butter and the sugar. 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar. All righty, so you get the butter and the sugar in there and mix it all up good. Then you're gonna add your eggs next. 2 eggs. So I'm gonna mix this in here good. All righty, there we go. After that, I'm gonna mix in the pumpkin. This is fresh pumpkin. 1 can of pumpkin, which is 15 ounces, or if you use fresh, I like to put 16 ounces in there. So then I'm gonna mix this in here. Okay, so the pumpkin's all mixed in that mixture now. So then I'm gonna add in all the spices and the baking soda, and last but not least, I add in the flour. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of cloves, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to mix that up a little bit just to get it in there, get those flavors congealing and congealing together. Yum, it smells really good. That's why fresh cooking at home is just so good because it smells better, it tastes better, and it's better for you because there's not any chemicals in there. I think anything pumpkin is popular in the fall, so if you go out to get a pumpkin spice muffin or something like that, there are going to be 1,000,000 calories in that, and it's not going to be good fresh homegrown homemade ingredients. So you're much better off. It's very easy to make it at home. All right, next is 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Now this is a 1/4 teaspoon, so I have to do 2 of these. Just so you know, it might look funny. Almost there. Last but not least, 2 cups of organic flour. That's what I'm using. You can just use 2 cups of flour. Whatever kind, but preferably organic. 1 more, which you can buy in little tiny bags. That's a good thing. If you don't bake too often, but you want to use healthy ingredients, that's the good part is, you know, they make smaller servings, smaller containers of it. So you don't have to buy, you know, 10 pounds of organic flour and be like, what am I going to do with that stuff? You can just get a little bag. And then you can make like homemade biscuits, pancakes. You can make some pumpkin loaf, banana nut bread. You know, you can just make a few things and not be stuck with so much flour. All right, so I'm going to mix this in now. Careful. Okay, if you're using a loaf pan, don't forget to butter it. Whether it's the little pre-made, you know, you buy kind or the giveaway kind. That's what I call these. If you make the little cupcake kinds, it has to have the little paper. Okay, I like to use a cup the best when I do the muffin tins because that way they kind of all come out even. And, you know, before I didn't, and I would have like some of the batter in between there burning and it was a big pain in the butt. So then I figured out if you do it this way, you can get it in there neat and tidy. And it works really good. Look at that. Perfect. Now these muffins are going to be nice when you're just in the evening sitting around with your little favorite person. You can just run and get them a muffin and a little cup of tea or something. Or if you're busy in the morning and you just have to run out of the house, you can just give everybody a nice homemade pumpkin muffin and send them off on their way. All right, so it's a buttered loaf pan and we're going to goop all this in here. This is nice, thick pumpkin batter. This doesn't really poof up and rise like bread does. Homemade bread, like it's pretty much the same size as it is in the pan it'll be when it's done baking. Okay, there you go. I have the oven preheated to 325 and I'm gonna bake these for 65 to 75 minutes. Here it is after it came out of the oven. I let it cool down and I took it out of the loaf pan and stacked it up here nice, and it smells so good. Yum, yum, yum. And thanks for watching. If you want to watch more of my cooking videos, they're down below. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye-bye. Please click the like button. It really does help me a lot. I want to see if we can get to 5,000 likes. A big thank you to all my Patreon supporters. I love you so much. To all of you. I couldn't do it without you.